How's it going, everyone? My name is Reloading64, and welcome to an interview. A game on Itch.io, I think. That's where I found it. And it's supposed to be a short little game.
Can you tell me, or us, a little bit about your childhood?
Look at those cold, dead eyes. No.
I grew up in quite a big family. We grew up in a nice little village. There was no stress, just a pub, a school, a shop, that was it. Quite a conventional family, really. Mum and dad together, happy. Dad went to work every day. Was a strong sort of typical man. At the weekends he would build houses. He would build our house that we lived in.
Yeah.
So he was always doing something physical, yeah.
Depression, was that ever mentioned?
No, never. Didn't have a clue what it meant.
Play football, huh?
I was around 23, 24, can't exactly remember when, but something changed completely in me. I was really tired all the time. I just woke up different. I didn't want to hang around with my mates anymore. I didn't want to do things I loved doing, like playing football and seeing friends. I just thought I'm tired, and that's basically it. I just need to deal with it myself. I wouldn't even dreamed of going to the doctors.
Sounds like depression. Deal with it. That's like the worst thing you could tell someone who's dealing with depression. That's stupid. It's just... I hate it when people say that. Yeah, okay, now it's making me tell the character to force him to deal with it.
And then it just got worse and worse as the days went on, and I just could not sleep at all. I was up thinking about random stuff like why are we all here, and what's the point of it? Like, we all die in the end anyway, so what's the point of all these relationships that you keep, and all the people that you love are just going to disappear one day.
Yeah, that's definitely depression. Let's move on. But yeah, I personally know about depression because I've gone through
There was a tree when I was a kid that I used to play at, and I used to stop there for like 20 minutes or so just staring at it, and images of myself were just popping into my head of me hanging there. I wasn't really shocked and I wasn't scared. I'd just get upset and I'd cry because I was having those thoughts. And I'd go home and think about where I'd get the rope from and how I'd do it. I just thought it popped into my head, and I guess it was something telling me that it was a way out if I wanted it. Until I was so tired and so upset and just so sad that I didn't know what was going on. I basically had a breakdown in front of the family one evening at the dinner table, and my mum said, "Right, enough's enough," and she took me to the doctors, and I just sat there like with a head full of muddled thoughts and confusion, and just asking them to try and make me feel better. And I was ashamed, because I thought at that moment that there's no way I'd tell another living soul, because I did believe it made me less of a man.
Thespians Project by Mano. Based on the play Fake It Till You Make It. Okay, that was pretty much it. It just stayed in black and nothing else happened afterwards. I waited for a bit. Um, yeah. It seems like it's obviously just... It reminds me a lot of Gone Home, except without the whole you walking to the next note or next recording or whatever, where you get to hear the person's thoughts and voice. And this obviously... although it's being a very short game, it's touching on a very heavy subject about depression to the point where it's suicidal depression. And that's the thing where I don't know if this is a real thing. It said that it will use recordings with the permission of someone else. So I'm assuming that this is actually someone's thoughts. Someone actually recorded this, and they've actually gone through this. I don't think it was acted. I don't think they just gave him a script and said, hey, read this. But the thing about that is, I've said it before that I've gone through depression as well. And it's exactly how this guy kind of explained it. Everyone goes through it a little bit differently, but in the end, it kind of goes down to the same thing, where you're very unhappy. You start feeling... tired because you don't want to go through life anymore. You don't want to get up and just do the whole monotony of your cycle over and over again. You know, wake up, use the restroom, eat, go to work, go home, eat, go to sleep, and then you just do it all over again. I don't know why this person is going through depression. It might be because he lost someone. It might be because he's in a dead-end job. It could be because he doesn't see himself... He's not making himself happy because he's not doing what he wanted to do, or he's disappointed in himself. Things like that. Depression can be caused by a bunch of different things. And it really irritates me that a lot of people don't take it seriously because it's not a physical disease. Because it is I wouldn't say a disease, but it is a disability. It's a mental disability. There's something wrong with your head that's making you think these thoughts. The thing that I really hate about it is that so many people, because they can't relate to it. When you're in physical pain, you can actually feel it, and people can see it. People can relate to it because everyone has hurt themselves physically one time or another. But not everyone has dealt with a mental disability as depression. So that's why they can't relate to it, and they think that the person is just, oh, well, you're just sad, or you're just faking, or, just cheer up, things like that. And it really irritates me how people can be so ignorant when it comes to that. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some people are trying to help, but you really aren't helping that much if you're just kind of just pushing it aside and making it seem it's not as important as it is. And yeah, it does get to that point where if you're in constant depression, you don't find joy in things that you used to anymore. You don't want to hang out with friends. Basically, anything that used to make you happy doesn't anymore because of this disability. It makes you not want to do anything at all. And yeah, in a way, you do have to push through it. You do have to kind of try to find the happiness for it, but it's hard. It's kind of like someone telling you, hey, I'm going to hold your head down in this pool of water. Try to breathe. Obviously, it's almost impossible. The person is holding your head underwater while you're trying to breathe. That's the best way I can explain it. Because you can't be happy when you can't find happiness anywhere. Just like you can't breathe if there's no air anywhere. And it's just this kind of subject is very close to me. Because I've experienced depression at least twice in my life. And it was because of many things, obviously. I don't want to say that I'll never hit depression again, because once you kind of hit depression, it's kind of hard not to fall into that state again. It's think of it like a virus. Once you get it, you have it for life. The thing is, people who have had depression are more susceptible to getting depression again because they've already gone through it and they kind of put themselves in that situation as well when they've had it once and they've gotten over it. And I'm only talking from self-experience. I'm not talking about anyone else out there saying, you're the reason you're in depression. I'm talking about myself. I did kind of put myself in depression because I wasn't doing anything to make my life better. And which is why I'm doing YouTube now and game dev, because they make me happy. I'm very, very happy doing these two things. I wish I could do them full time, but at least I'm doing them. And it makes me very happy. And by doing these things, I feel like there's a reason to keep going in life. That there's a reason for me to wake up and get to work. Because I enjoy doing these things. And it's really hard for people in depression to find that thing that makes them happy. Especially when they find no joy in anything whatsoever. But yeah, I've been rambling. Like I said, I might eventually talk about my depression. Maybe when I get a certain amount of subscribers or something like that. I'll go more into depth about it. But I'm just going to say one last thing. If anyone who's watching this video, if you're going through depression, if you're having suicidal thoughts, do not do it. I'm going to leave that screen where it showed help on top, on the creds for mental illness, where all those websites, so you can check it out yourself. And if it seems like this was somewhere overseas, I don't think this was made in America, but even then, you can always Google self-help. But I'm gonna leave it there. But yeah, don't do it. The thing is, if you do it, you might regret it. And I say might because there's a lot of people who have done it and did not make it. And the story seems that when someone tries to kill themselves, once they do go through with it, they go from that to, I want to live. And it's a huge regret. It's something you don't want to do, because you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting those who care about you. And you don't want to do that, especially when you're hurting inside. So, and it's nothing to be ashamed about, like this guy felt. It's nothing to be ashamed about if you have depression, if you have a mental illness. There's nothing to be ashamed about. So, I pretty much rambled on for far too long. I've rambled on longer than the game itself. But yeah, I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can check this game out. I know I've already gone through it, but maybe go through it yourselves. Just really absorb it when it's just yourself playing a game. But yes, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, hack that like button. While you're at it, hack that subscribe button for more videos. Hit that bell while you're at it to be notified about newer videos. Comment down below to let me know what you think, or what you think about this subject. If you've gone through this, what's made you happy, or just talk about anything down in the comments below. Anyone who decides to make fun of people that are sharing their story will be banned. This is my channel. I can do whatever I want onto it. I might sound like a dick right now, but this is something that's a subject close to me, and I will not tolerate people being made fun of when they're just expressing themselves on a very serious subject. Like I said before in my vlogs, I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about anything of that. If everyone decides to just bomb on someone, they're all going to get banned. I don't care. But yes, and share this with a friend, someone who might need it, or maybe someone who's going through it. Maybe even the people around you, so they can understand this kind of subject a little bit better. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.